Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blitz pickup. And it is not my fault we were late. I'm watching the chat. I can see all of you, actually. Um, yeah. No, I couldn't have them on time. I see the comments. I see everybody. I see you guys even had a poll going on. That's crazy. But it is Monday, June 2nd, post June 1st. So I will be here more often. We got a few topics for tonight. It was day 4 of OTAs. Do we have any ideas on Ramsey? How we feel about it? What may be the holdup? What else are we going to talk about? We could talk about possibly considering trading Jonnu Smith, or do we want to pay him? But to start this off, I'm going to bring up Tony because he's the only other one here.
Yo, you snitching already. I wasn't even.
Was not my fault. They blamed me in the chat.
I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. First of all, let's get the results of the poll first. What the reason? I'm just saying. Why? Listen, man. You 67 and 33%. They don't have no faith in you.
Like, dang. Like, I thought y'all loved me more than these two.
We've been late every show, and your first day, they already blaming you for. Hey, I like to see this one. Hey, chat, y'all are undefeated. We got the realest chat. I
That's
believe,
crazy.
I'm not sure. This is just me speculating. I believe the boogeyman officially, because it's her first day, she scared Lou off. I don't know what's going on. I never thought I'd see him. I thought he would be afraid to debate me, but fortunately, just first day, and the man already not showing up. I don't know, bro.
It's crazy.
I think him and Alex got the same agent. So they
I don't know what's going on.
Shake said, what Shake say? Shake said Justice gonna have more episodes than Alex. Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did say June 1st, we was gonna make some cuts and we was trading Alex for Jess. They came at me with a last minute, you feel me? They said we had to throw Lou in too, man. So sorry, Lou. Sorry.
Poor Lou. You just put Lou out there too.
They added a first round and they asked me, can they have Lou? So man, listen, they say Jess got Lou bench too. Listen, wait.
Sorry.
Scott said, who is Alex? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all getting rid of Alex and Lou for Jess is crazy. Where's the loyalty? Them boys been putting in work. I'm not liking this.
It's too much.
Dre said, let me see if Jess boo in the chat. Oh, that's fact, Doc. Oh, shout out to Doc in the building. Doc said, be your own people, man. So it do, man. But listen, man. We are excited, man. Hopefully, hey, if y'all, whoever got Lou number or y'all got him on X, DM him, tell him it's safe over here, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought we were soldiers, we was warriors over here. He ain't gotta be running. Maybe he's running from his one-on-one fade. I don't know. It's not a coincidence. I was like, I get to sit back and I get to light him up from now on, and all of a sudden, life be lifing. But nah, my boy will be here a little bit later. But Jess, what's good with you, man? Talk to me.
What's up? How was your Monday?
Man, my Monday was cool. I usually be a little, hectic on Mondays, but I was, chilling. I was able to get home in time. So yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. I just want to say I was on time, but whatever, man. Let's get into the show. Man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready, Jess. What
all right, let's get into it. So, you ready to talk about this? Our first topic, we're going to talk about this day 4 of OTAs. So, I kind of had thought about this, and I was going to throw this at Lou because I'm pretty sure I saw his favorite person was in an orange jersey
I'm not
today.
Lie. I'm sorry, Jess. I know that, but saying you was going to throw it at Lou is kind of wild. Y'all let her get over.
Don't get the chat going already. We haven't even been here for 10 minutes. You already talking about who I'm throwing it at. That's
I ain't say nothing. I was trying to respond. That's all I'm talking about. Go ahead. My bad. He said it's tolerated. Look at game. He said, "Oh, now it's tolerated, boy. Y'all don't switch up on the chat.
I don't know. I think he's gonna start tolerating us, especially if he's listening to this right now. I know he's probably mad.
Right. But yeah,
All
what
right,
happened?
so let's get into this. I don't know. You saw who was in an orange jersey today? You saw that
Oh,
video?
see, now you starting off on the wrong foot.
I'm just asking.
Who
I'm
what?
just making sure that
Who?
you saw it.
I didn't see it. Who was it? You wanna just enlighten me?
Yeah. Oh, well, it was your favorite Oos. Oos is
Oh
loose.
Jesus Christ! My favorite Oost don't play. Are you talking about Jonnu Smith now? That's what I'm just trying to figure out. Now, oh, here we go. Dre already started. Already, Dre says two a time. No, listen. I'm sorry. I know a lot of y'all are excited about that, but this happened every season, yo. You know what I'm trying to, hold on. First of all, let me put this out there. What's his name? Eichenberg got the orange jersey already. So if Eichenberg got it before tour, I'm just trying to figure out if everyone disliked Eichenberg and they say he's trash, what do that say about Tua not beating him out for the jersey on the first date? I'm just trying to figure out. We in OTAs, and the
but it's
OTAs
rough.
is it's supposed to be about the rookies and the new guys. So I'm not liking this. I think he feared for his job. Him and Eichenberg. Listen, man, sit y'all old behind down. Let these young men shine. I ain't liking it. I'm not. Real talk. I'm really not liking it because, bro, get a young guys to jersey. I don't know if they're trying to send a message as far as saying that the young guys have to earn the orange jersey. But it's what be 3 years in now? This your fourth year, Mike McDaniel. We know that orange jersey don't hold no weight. So,
Uh-oh.
oh, look who decided to show up. Oh,
Yo, hey. Listen, man. Jess. Hey, first of all, welcome. Right. I do want to say that.
oh, he's
But
trying to butter up already. I
Yeah.
get it.
people just hit me up and was like, "Yo, Jess been on the show for 3 minutes and already had her first Ayo moment of her YouTube career." Jess, what we doing out here, dog?
Listen, it came out and it just, I don't know. Tony just kind of was like, wait, pause. Like, did you hear what you just said? And I was like,
I'm trying to figure out why the chat snitching. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
that's wow. We got a snitch in the chat.
I was getting ready to come on, right? And all of a sudden, I got 4 text messages and 7 DMs. I'm like, what happened? And they like, hey, Jess out here wilding. Jess out here wilding.
But I will say, like, your DMs must be just as crazy as mine. You got 7 DMs?
Well, no. Hey, ain't nobody's DMs like the boogeyman DMs. Ain't nobody's DMs like the boogeyman. Hey, what's good,
hey,
y'all?
Lou,
What's good?
Hey, Lou, listen, Lou. You know how the NFL, they say that they have their welcome to the NFL moment? She had her welcome to the Blitz pickup moment.
Yeah.
3 minutes into the show, she had her welcome to the Blitz pickup show. What's good, though, Lou, man?
Hey, listen, man. Hey, what's good? I'm sorry I'm late, man. Look, life has definitely been life in the day. But listen, I would, y'all know me. I like to troll a little bit. So,
yeah.
So, Jess, I'm just saying with that comment you said, right? I don't want no problems out here, dog. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, I don't want no problems. No, but let's get into it. Hey, what's good, y'all? What's good?
Chilling. Listen, so she wanted to, you know what? She wanted to give you the question first. I'm not gonna say what she wanted to do. So I don't know.
Look at Tone. Look at
listen. I'm bringing you up to speed, my brother. I'm my brother's keeper. I'm bringing you up to speed. Jess wanted you to have the topic first, so I'm gonna yield my time to you, and I'll follow up afterwards. That's all I'm saying, my brother. I got respect.
I bet. I appreciate that.
Okay, that's cool.
So what was the question?
Go ahead, Jess.
I wanted to talk about day 4 OTAs, and I mentioned it to Tony, but like I said, I wanted to know how you felt that I saw your favorite person in an orange jersey today. How did you feel about that?
You know what, Jess? I'm glad you asked. You know what? There's a reason you doing this show, Jess. There's a reason you up here. The Oos is loose, baby.
Oh, already in the offseason? Yo.
Did y'all see the Oos is loose today, baby? Let's go.
Yo.
Hey, no, listen, man. At the end of the day, it's OTAs. The orange jersey doesn't really matter. See, this is what's crazy now, Jess. again, welcome, right? Now you get to be up here with me and Tone calling out the hypocrisy. I'm going to ask you a question, Jess. If number 74 was wearing the orange jersey today, do you think the timeline would be flooded with all this orange jersey? Or would we be saying the Eichenberg is loose? Would we be saying that?
We would not.
Oh, but now all of a sudden, you see how this works, Jess? But now all of a sudden,
no, they were gonna say the Ike is back, baby. Don't you talk
the
about
Ike is back, right?
Ike is back, baby.
All I'm saying is, man, listen, it's just, I've said this since OTA started, right? There's no pads, there's no nothing. It's just good as football fans and fans of this team. It's just good to see videos of our guys back in the building putting in work, right? But as far as like, am I going to get excited because I seen a pass here and this and that? Nah, bro, it's cool. I'm just glad to have football back, man. All it shows is basically we're getting closer to football season. But in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? Nah, it doesn't. But I placate to the fans. The oos is loose, man. Y'all seen them? Don't act like y'all didn't see the oos is loose.
I don't know about nobody being loose or none of that, but hey, Lou. So now it's funny you mentioned Eichenberg getting the orange jersey and the timeline be funny, but you do know he was the first one with the orange jersey. You do know that, right? I'm just trying to figure out Eichenberg. See how you don't even know that? No, I'm just saying.
Eichenberg had the orange jersey already.
Yes, he was the first one to get the orange jersey.
No, I think that video that we seen the other day. You talking about the one on Twitter from like 2 days?
No, not when you seen it the other day.
Well, I know they were trolling. It was like two days ago, 3 days ago.
No, I seen it like I seen it on the first after the first day OTA.
But no, but I don't think that was this season. I think they were trolling.
So who was the first one?
They were trolling. That was the one from last season.
Okay, yeah. I just said that for last season. Dang, I had one.
Yeah.
But no, what I was telling him about it with the orange jersey and far as too, I'm like, man, I'd rather see the young guys get it. If you was going to use it for a most motivational tactic, like, you know what I'm saying, let the young guys get the orange jersey, get them on the ones and twos. Let's see how they react to it. I really don't care too much for it, to be honest with you. I just, like you said, placating to the fans at this moment. But if you're going to use it, I mean, I guess you should motivate the young guys, because the guys that have been here for 3 years and the veterans, they already understand, you know. So I think it would have been best to see a young guy.
Hey, real quick. Yeah. Hey, Jess, we like to have fun here. You know that, right? So I just want to ask y'all: is it just me, you, and Tone, Jess, that get like held accountable here, or do we hold the chat accountable too?
Oh no, we hold the chat accountable.
Oh yeah, we hold the chat.
Hold it out, Lou.
Hey, well, what do y'all think about this coming right here? Actually, some of us are just here for the punishment. Hey, yo.
Hey,
yo. Like, hey, yo.
Jay, that is outrageous.
God, that's wild. Punishment. Hey, man, this Diddy trial got y'all. This Diddy trial got y'all boys wild out here, man.
Real quick. Real quick, Dave, can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that?
There you go, Jess. Talk to him, Jess. Talk to him.
That's what. Yeah. That was a revolver right there. Bang. Elaborate, Dave. But listen,
Talk to him, Jess.
Hey, Lou. What I do want to ask you though, right? OTAs and all that. What? I'm looking for what I said. Okay, what do you think about them saying that the offensive line is getting destroyed? You know what I'm saying? You think they're gonna help out on survive Jonnu get that contract done fully guaranteed? He out there in OT getting destroyed by the D line. What do you think about that?
Well, again, bro, there's no pads. Like once the pads come on and he starts getting destroyed, if that happens, then we'll have something to talk about. Now, I will ask this to you though, Tone. You were talking about some of the young guys getting the orange jersey, this, that, and the third, right? You remember when we drafted Kenneth Grant, one of the first things he said in his press conference was, "I'm here to change the culture."
Yeah.
I'm a culture changer. Those are his words, not mine. Well, it's been 4 days of OTAs. Is the culture not getting changed? Because all we're seeing is the repeat offenders of this team, like being soft and some of these questionable guys. They're the ones getting the orange jersey.
Yeah.
So is that Is that
That's
like very telling that the culture they're trying to push back on some of these culture setters? If that's the
not.
case,
I wouldn't necessarily say that, but what I did say is that I see you that lead right into my point to what I said earlier. I prefer if you're going to give the orange jersey, I'll give it to the younger guys. I don't know if they sending a message as if they have to what you say they have to earn the orange jersey. But Lou, I'll say it this way. What about it's the opposite effect? What about these young dudes coming here talking to trash and the veterans like, oh no, we here to set the record straight. You know what I'm saying? The softness is out the building. You know, they working on getting that out the building, or they coming in like y'all not coming in here punking nothing. If y'all think y'all gonna come in here and punk us, no, y'all got another thing coming. It's another level to it. To this. It's not as easy as y'all think. Just gonna come in, transition to the NFL, and take over the locker room. So you could take it from that standpoint. Now, I don't know what message they trying to sit with Tua. It could be a coaching decision, you know, leader. They didn't mention him in the offseason as far as one of the leaders. So that could be one of the messages. But I would say I'm not just going to automatically lean to the fact that, oh, the culture is not changing. Maybe they've been challenged and they stepping up to the plate. You know, remember the veterans are the voluntarily. So if they coming out here, they outworking the young guys. They like, if y'all want to change the culture, y'all going to have to work hard at it. So that could be a message that they send it to as well. So I'll look at it from that standpoint.
yeah, I hear you. You know, it is what it is. Have we got any information on Cam Smith?
No.
Has anything been reported about him?
Nah. No, I heard. Okay. So what I did heard was it was a hamstring, but he did end up going back in the game that same practice. So, you know, so I don't know if we can make it a big deal about it. I'm making a big deal about it because there's no excuses, but whatever. We'll see. What you got for it, Jess? What else?
So I kind of want to bring up something that's hurting my heart about my future husband Ramsey on this team. What you thinking about him? You think that there's a holdup of why he hasn't gone yet? I mean, it's Monday after 5 o'clock, I should say. So,
first of all, I'm not thinking about him. Let's get that straight. I know it's your first time. I'm not.
Wow, yeah. Hey, yo. Wow. We out here thinking about players now. Like, hey,
I'm not thinking about him. We go get that one out of there. But listen, what I think is, and this is just from my standpoint, I think that we all assumed, right, that soon as post June 1st hit, they was gonna have a deal in place and it was gonna be a smooth transition. I won't say I'm on panic mode now or probably worried now. Like my meter is still like it hasn't moved. But what I would say, if we don't start hearing news tomorrow, I'm gonna start to be worried, because that means, and I was saying this right to myself, I'm like, you remember last show, Lou? I say, what did we get for him? You know what I'm saying? What we gave up for him. We gave a 3rd rounder and Hunter Long, right? That's not too shabby for an all-pro guy, right? Now, fast forward to this, the last 2 seasons, right? He was injured the first season here, and then he had possibly his worst season of his career last season. What do we think the realistic compensation would be for him? Because teams, right, they understand what his value is. So now you got a guy that they can say probably looking like he's been getting older, looking washed, and you only gave up a 3rd rounder and Hunter Long. So what are you expecting in return? They have to be more realistic. I see Dave say put a 5th. I'm like, maybe a 4th rounder. What was the AO this time? Maybe
my meter hasn't moved. Hey, yo. Like,
that's a reach. Hey, that one is a reach, bro. No, that was a reach.
Y'all need to calm down, man. Hey,
y'all
wilding today.
Listen, man. Listen. He said my meter. My panic meter. Is that better than?
My meter hasn't moved.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That was a reach. I'm going to say that's a reach. I'm calling that one out. But, yeah, no, I'm just saying more realistic. I'm like, they probably want to get now they going out in the chat. They probably about to expect maybe a 4th or 5th rounder. And let's think about this contract. Don't forget they made him the highest paid at the time he got that extension. So teams are looking at it like, not only did he look washed, y'all also paid him like he's still a top dog. Who's going to take on that contract? Because I think we just looking at the Jalen Ramsey name and just assuming it was going to be a smooth transition. No, these teams are looking, first of all, whenever you do business and you try to do a trade, everyone is trying to get over on everyone. So the other GMs, them opposing GMs, guess what they're going to be doing? Pointing out all his flaws. All the reason to why y'all need to take on the brunt of that contract. Because no one is going to want to take on that contract. I think a lot of people forgot about that aspect when it came to trading for him. And then, so not only are the Dolphins going to have to take on that contract, right? Now you got to lower your expectation for the compensation. I don't know. So to me, I'm just saying, I think it might just be a little bit more difficult than we initially thought. That's my thoughts on it.
I could agree.
Listen, to me at this point, it don't even matter the compensation. He has to get out the building.
Yes, but they have to be willing to compromise.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I went on the timeline a little bit today, and then in a group chat that I'm in, I seen a couple of people talking about it, and the narrative was, well, if I'm the Dolphins, I'm not giving them up for free. I'm making a team do this, that. It sounds to me, right, and this is just my opinion, that people are trying to convince themselves of trying to find ways to keep Jalen Ramsey on this team, right? Because you just said it, Tone. They're thinking about the name. Oh, my God. And you've heard everybody, when we talk, what is the topic of conversation? Oh, it's the secondary. They're trash, this, that, and the third. Again, I tried to keep making this point. With Jalen Ramsey, that secondary was trash. He was part of that trash secondary last year.
Facts.
2 years ago, our secondary wasn't the greatest, and he was part of that one. Like, bro, who cares what the compensation is at this point? He's a disgruntled employee. And it's just crazy to me that people that have the belief that maybe this team can be good, or we want the culture to be changed, or this, whatever the case may be, he's part of the problem. So at this point, I don't care what the money looks like, and I don't care what the compensation looks like at this point. I want all these problem childs and guys that, let's just be honest, right? They're not helping the team. Get them up out of here. Like, it has to be a fourth or it has to be a fifth. Bro, who cares? Give me a 7 to keep it pushing. I don't give a damn what it is at this point. Or flat out just release him or cut him. The fact of the matter is, though, at the end of the day, he has to be out of here. But to me, Tone and Jess, it just seems like there's a lot of people in the community that are just trying to convince themselves of ways or try to figure out ways to keep Jalen Ramsey part of this team. And I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm going to be honest with you.
So I'm going to say something real quick about that, because now that you said it like that. So not even so much of like why people want to like try to keep him on the team. Like, he doesn't want to be here anyway. Like, hasn't he blatantly said that? Like, he just doesn't want to be here. So, in reality, like, that wouldn't happen regardless. And if he doesn't want to be here, if I were him, I would be taking whatever first offers. Maybe not first offer, but whatever's basically thrown at me. If you don't want to be here, then I don't know why you. No, like, just, well, Greer, yes, but like, if Ramsey's kind of told, like, oh, like, these say these two teams are interested in me, blah, blah, blah. On Ramsey's end, he should just be like, whatever, get me out of here. Whatever you have to do.
He might do. I mean, in the NFL, they got it like that anyways. Like, but this ain't the NBA. They're gonna send you wherever they want you to go. So I think he don't have a choice in that matter. But it is what it is. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, I still believe the trade is coming though.
Yes, I do too. I'm not out on the trade. I'm just saying we need to temper our expectations a little bit. And when it comes to, I guess, the compensation, and when it comes to teams willing to take on that contract, Miami Dolphins are going to have to take a hit somehow, some way, bro, with that contract. They are.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'd be willing to do it. Like, at the end of the day, who cares, bro?
We'll see.
That's the argument all the time, Tone. It's, well, Daddy Ross has been stealing money. Daddy Ross don't care. As long as his pockets are fat, then he doesn't care. Okay, cool. Well, then Daddy Ross has been robbing us for 25 years. He has the money to cover Jalen Ramsey trade. Don't worry about it. Like at
You
the
got
end of
finesse
the day,
though.
that's how people need to look at it.
Facts. We'll see. All right, what we got?
All right. So I guess moving into kind of something next then after that, Jonnu Smith. So since we're all like on the same page about Ramsey, let's talk about Jonnu. Is it not a big deal? Lou, I'm
Now,
going to you
now,
first.
Jess, now, this one is a little bit different, right? Because when Jalen Ramsey's situation, I'm willing to move off of Jalen Ramsey because he hasn't been that productive for us, and his number is 20 plus million, right? I'm not in the business of doing that. Yes, Bonjo, Jess is part of the Blitz pickup now. She did not replace Alex. I know a lot of people be thinking that. Alex, hey, listen, man, life be lifing with Alex, but we needed someone, me and Tone, we kind of like just debating and going at each other. And who else but the boogeyman to come in and mediate kind of the situation? We've all seen how Jess has handled certain situations. And hopefully she can come and try to, when the show gets out of hand between me and Tone, hopefully she can be here to kind of, step in and get the boys back on track. But with the Jonnu situation, right? It's like what I was saying. Jalen Ramsey, high paid player, 20 plus million, and not productive. When I look at Jonnu Smith, I have this a completely different reaction. He makes $4.5 million. Right? He had 88 catches last year or 86, something like that, almost 900 yards. I believe like 7 or 8 touchdowns. Now you're talking about production. If a trade don't come, let's say to the Dolphins' liking, I know a lot of people are not going to hear it, but I keep Jonnu Smith, even if I'm not re-signing him. Okay, cool. I let him walk next year. If he signs somewhere else, cool. I get the comp pick and I keep it pushing. But I'm just not going to – see, I'd be willing to give Jalen Ramsey away, but in the same breath, I wouldn't be willing to give Jonnu away, right? Like, I got to get – I'm keeping Jonnu for $4.5 million. I'm sorry. Like, when I look at it, and I know people are going to say, well, Lou sounds crazy. If you trade Jalen Ramsey, that room looks terrible, right? Like the secondary room, the corner room. Okay, I get that. You want to go down the tight ends real quick if you get rid of Jonnu Smith? Y'all feel comfortable with Julian Hill? Y'all like Tanner Connor? Because Tanner Connor would be the backup. Y'all like that?
They ran with him 2 years ago.
Man, stop.
It's not out of the question.
Again, I ain't trying to hear none of that. So, just my quick answer. Bro, $4.5 million. I know Jonnu might not be happy with it, and I know he probably wants to stay in Miami, and we get all that. But I'm not just giving Jonnu away for nothing, right? Like, I'll be willing to trade him. I'm willing to have those conversations. But at $4.5 million for that production, I'm just not giving that away.
Do you think he's gonna pay for the $4.5 million if he already complaining?
Well, what's he gonna do? He's gonna sit out.
Why not?
What? I'm glad you brought that up. See, Jess, sometimes you set things up because you got to get your answer, the one you're looking for. I don't know how y'all's math. Jess used to be a teacher. Is $4.5 million more than zero?
Yes, it is.
Because if you don't play, you get zero. And if you do play, whether you're happy or not, you're making $4.5 million. If it's me, I'm going to be an unhappy but $4.5 million richer kind of guy. You see what I'm saying? True. Like I'm not sitting out just because I'm unhappy and I'm making no money. I'd rather be unhappy because in both scenarios, right? Whether you're sitting out or you're playing, you're going to be unhappy. We already established that. Do you want to be unhappy with $4.5 million or $0? Which one?
Well, his agent is going to. How long you now? When I say sit out, how long you think he's going? You think he's going to report?
Well, again, if you don't report, there's no money coming in.
Thinking about it from this, well, his agent, first of all, you think his value going up or down after the season? You think this possibly the highest his value going to be?
Well, this is the best season he's ever had as an NFL player.
And he's been in the league, what, 7, 8 years?
I think like 7 years, 7 or 8 years. One of those.
And this is what become chess and not checkers, right? So from an agent standpoint, how much longer you gonna have to get a payday out of him? What best time to do it after his most productive season, right? and he doesn't have no more guaranteed after this year. And guess what? If he doesn't, if for me, this is what I'm saying. For me, if he doesn't want to play, right? The Dolphins are known for losing out on people and not getting no compensation back. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at it from that standpoint, you're just looking at it from the player, like, oh, he don't want to lose the money. But also, the franchise got to look at it from the standpoint of, well, if he disgruntled, let's just say he willing to sit out a game or two and be like, you know what, I'm not going to give you out then I'm going to come back in just to get my paycheck. So now you're going to have a disgruntled player on the field because if you don't pay him, you're not getting his 100, right? So now his stats going to go down, right? So now his production go down, and what? You're going to lose it for nothing when you have an opportunity to at least, if you, hold on, at least if you're not willing to pay him, get some compensation back from him. You always want the value to be as high, because if he start to not show up, right, when it comes to mandatory count, guess who else is going to see that? The other GMs. So now even if you're thinking about him trading him and getting compensation back, guess what? His value just went down, and now they're going to be playing hardball. So from my standpoint, if you're not going to pay him, you should be trying to move on him right now, immediately, while you still have an even playing field, because you know you could work out something with Jonnu and be like, listen, we understand that we're not in a position to pay you right now, right? But we want to do right by you. So you help us help you. You come participate, be a model citizen, and guess what? You look good on the field. You look like you're willing to do play ball, and then your value stay high, and we can get enough compensation back from you. So I think that's how they should look at it from a franchise standpoint, because you don't want an ugly partner unless you're willing to pay him, though. That's what I'm saying.
Or what?
But taking the risk to say, go ahead.
Well, no. The Dolphins, I believe, are willing to pay him. It's just what does he want? Because see, Tone, what we're missing is no. Well, let me just ask you, what are you willing? If you were in the Dolphin, Chris Greer's seat or Brandon Shore's seat, whoever signing these players, and you're in this situation now, and you want to sign Jonnu Smith, what does that number look like for you, Tom?
See that you put an asterisk on, and you want to sign Jonnu Smith.
I'm just
me.
No, but
I don't want to.
But again, let's say
I want to pay him $4.5 million. What he's getting now? Well, what is 4.5, 4.3?
Okay, so do you? But
that's what I want to pay him.
Do you think off of last season he deserves a raise? Yes or no? From $4.5 million?
No, I don't give people raises of one season. That could be a one-hit wonder. We got hit with one-hit wonders all the time. So I'm not falling for that trap. No. You're not going to give me. Tua gave us one season. You get what I'm saying? We see what happened last season.
And
so
absolutely.
Go ahead.
Right. What I'm saying is, Tone, I think the Dolphins were willing to have negotiations with him. I do think they talked over a contract extension. I just think he's overpricing himself in Miami. And I said this the other day.
About that.
And again, that's fine. That's why in my scenario, I just keep him then for this year. Right?
But that's that's when you listen.
You're gonna get a comp pick. You're gonna get a comp pick for him anyway. The fact of the matter is, what are you gonna do if you? What I'm saying is, Tone, think about it, right? If you have him, at least you still have him. If you trade him away this season, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get what? A draft pick? Let's say a 6th-round draft pick for next year. How's that helping you this season?
6th-rounder.
Whether he's on your team or not, and to your point, whether he's disgruntled or not, he's going to be more productive than a 6th-round pick is next year.
Not necessarily, though. I mean,
are you crazy, Tone? Are you crazy?
No, it's not really necessarily. What I'm saying is,
Tone,
first of all, you're saying a 6th-round pick. I'm not giving a Pro Bowl player up for a 6th-round pick. I'm not doing that. So
what do you think Jonnu Smith is going to get you, Tone?
A 4th or 5th. A 4th or 5th. You can get a 4th or 5th.
Man, you done lost your mind.
All right, whatever. Then, if you don't want to get a 4th or 5th up for him, or what? Listen, whatever you get back for him, because let's say you lose him in the offseason, right? Guess what? What do you think? You might get a comp 6th-round pick. That's a 7th-rounder. So even if you do get a 6th-round pick, it's a legit 6th-round pick. And let's just say it's a 5th-round pick. It's a legit 5th-round pick. Not that comp that's a 7th-rounder. That's what I'm saying. So either way you look at it, If and now this is only predicated if they're not willing to pay him. If they're not willing to pay him, I don't care what you want to pay him. It's what he's willing to accept. You know what I'm saying? Because we can want to pay him whatever we want, but if he don't want to accept it, it takes two to tangle. So if he's not willing to sign that dotted line, then you got, as a business and a franchise owner, you have to move and make the business decision. Well, what the best we can make this situation, right? I'm sorry. And the best, if you don't want a player that's going to lose production, right? And unless, right? Let me give you another scenario. Unless you take the route of, well, you know what? I got you. We're going to let you ball out again and trade you at the trade deadline, and we build your value. But I'm still moving off from him if I don't plan on paying him what he's asking for, or we can't meet somewhere in the middle. It's just what's best for the franchise.
Well, but that's why I think the conversations were already being had about a possible trade. Because I don't think Jonnu's going to give you. Well, let me not. It's safe to say he's not giving you 86 or 88 catches for 900 yards next year. Because the fact of the matter is, in my opinion, I think the Dolphins are going to run the ball a little bit more, right? They drafted Jalen Wright last year. You drafted Ollie Gordon this year. You still have an A-chain. You brought in Westbrook-Akine. You got Malik on his second year. You're going to be bringing Taj back. Obviously, you see the highlights from OTAs where they say Jalen Waddle has been virtually unguardable. You still have Tyreek Hill. Like, I think the writing's on the wall. And, Tone, we did this the last episode. Let's go Tyreek. Let's go Waddle. Let's go A-chain as the third option of the guys you want the ball in their hand. Worst case scenario, bro. Jonnu is fourth on that list?
Yeah.
That's worst case, right? That's trying to get him up there early. I can make a case that I don't even think it would be fourth, but I'll leave that alone. If he's your fourth guy on the depth chart to where you're looking at, well, let's say Reek is 1, Waddle 2, A-chain is 3, how much is that worth? To your point, it's about $4.5 million. I just don't. I think the Dolphins are willing to give him a little bit of a pay raise. Let's say if you want to go from 4.5 to 6, I think if he was willing to accept $6 million, right? Let's say 6.5. I think the deal would have already been done. I keep seeing G mention 10 million in the chat though. That's where I believe he's closer around, like the 9-10 million range, and that's why the Dolphins have hesitation, right? Like, no, bro, you're not going to tell me you're going to be the fourth, maybe fifth option of guys we want to get the ball to, and you're making 9 or 10 million. I don't think that's a good business model. And I think just the way the Dolphins have been moving, they're kind of phasing, Jonnu Smith out of the offense. So, to me, Tone, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying I would keep him, though. At 4.5, unless someone comes and says, to your point, if they offer a 4th-round pick, okay, yeah, he's gone, right? Or even a 5th-round pick, cool. But if you're telling me, they're offering a 6 or a 7, no, I'm going to keep Jonnu on the roster for $4.5 million. We're going to play this season out, and then next year, whatever happens, happens. You see what I'm saying? I'm not giving you away for free, though.
See, now you know what's interesting? Word is Miami Dolphins are the one to restart to Pittsburgh.
See, I heard different though. I heard Pittsburgh reach out to Miami.
Word is Miami Dolphins are the one initiate the conversation about Jonnu. So they reached out. Now, if you look at it from that standpoint, listen, Lou, I'm just telling you, we can talk about the rest of the day. I'm just telling you.
I hear you. I'm just
right?
saying.
So if that's the case, I'm just saying, like, the writing is on the wall. Because think about this, right? You said, everybody's case scenario, 4th overall, 4th option. Now, Westbrook-Akine, you got Tyreek, you got Waddle. That's just the receivers. We didn't even talk about how much they're going to use A-chain, and then we're not talking about how much they want to implement either Jalen Wright or the rookie we got. What's his name? The rookie we got? I'm sorry, I forgot his name. The running back. You understand? And then you said that they want to run the ball a little bit more. Right? So I'm just saying, you put it there, okay, his usage is going down. That's not worth a raise to me. It's not. So you got to add all these things. How you have to add these in, and factor these in, and then when you make your overall decision, right? after you factor in all things, you like, well, we're not gonna give a raise to a guy that we don't even know if he's gonna have that same production. We want to add in A-Chan a little bit more. Waddle had a down season, so hey, that go production right there. The Waddle, we just got Westbrook and Kenne, and we need that's red zone targets, that's touchdowns, and Tyreek is Tyreek. We might, how to use him a little bit more. He looks a little bit motivated. So listen, my brother, we got to take all things in consideration and say, at this point, the best bet for both teams, bro, you play that out, give us 2 seasons, and we'll see if you work paying that, because it's not like you're the best blocker. He's a willing blocker, but let's see, it's not like you one of them, an all-around player. So either you're going to be more reasonable when it comes to your price tag, or we just going to have to get what we can out of you, because, listen, your value is not going to be that high for too long. And then take this in consideration. I'm Jonnu Smith. My brother, you're not paying a Pro Bowl tight end $6 million a year. That's not what they're getting paid. Mike Gesicki is getting paid more than that. So we got to look at it from that standpoint, not just what is best for the franchise, because that's how we can make a more of an educated assumption or guess for, okay, the contract. What is he more likely willing to accept? Ain't no, I'm a Pro Bowl tight end. You think you're going to pay me $6 million? You're going to pay me less than Mike Gesicki? I don't think so, sir. So I'm sorry. I just don't see. I'll tell you this. And this, I want to throw this little ratchet inside into the little argument, right? And they might be more willing to pay him once they move off of Jalen Ramsey and get a little bit more back, depending on if they could get someone to take on that contract. You understand? Because then it's like, okay, we got a little wiggle room and we're willing to play ball. But sorry, until then, man, this is what we got for you, my brother. 4.5. Show us another season, and because we're gonna have to make decisions. Because you got to look in the future, right? More than likely, they're moving off of Tyreek after the end of the season. So there you go, Jonnu. You're going your targets are going to go up. You have an opportunity. Same situation, right? This is the same path that I took for Tua, right? I'm like, listen, what's best for both of us? Show me a consistency, right? Some consistency. Sorry, give me 2 years in a row, then we could talk. Because now, Waddle going to take the step up. We move off of a Tyreek. There's another empty slot right there for another weapon to be had. And now we're all happy. We pay you a little bit more. We keep your production, and it's a win-win situation. Unfortunately, we're not in that situation right now. So you have to take what we have to offer, because based on how they was moving this whole offseason, they're not paying anyone. They already got snake bitten last season by paying everyone. Who it was? Waddle, Tyreek, Ramsey.
You know how I defend Chris Greer to the death on this show, Tony? If Chris Greer and the Dolphin organization is thinking how you are, that you're moving off of Tyreek Hill and their replacement plan is to have Jonnu Smith fire
that's not a replacement plan, dude.
Fire everybody in the that's what you're saying?
No,
you're saying, we can get rid of Tyreek and there's going to be extra money and you can, that's where you're.
I did not say, I said that's room for more productive. First of all, Tyreek replacement plan. Hold on. Tyreek replacement man is in the building already. He got paid last year, which is Waddle. Stop. We mentioned this already.
If I'm moving Tyreek
is going this year probably at trade deadline. Sorry to tell you,
and that is fine. And I'm not looking to replace his production with more targets for Jonnu Smith the following season.
Oh, but so now you're not a Jonnu Smith type guy. So now all of a sudden, Jonnu Smith not worth nothing no more.
What are you talking about? Are you
crazy?
Oh
my God! Now all of a sudden,
man, Tony, you lost your mind.
So let me get this right. Let me get this right. So you don't want to replace 81 catches, 959 yards with a Jonnu Smith production? They're the same people. What are we talking about? They're the same people. We got the same production. What are you talking about?
Tyreek got you 1,700 yards. You're talking about 800 yards. This is so
1,700 yards.
What are you talking about?
You talking about 2 years ago? Now we talking about 2 years ago.
So you talking about 1 year?
It was last year. What have you done for me lately? Hold on. So now we can pay Jonnu Smith off for 1 year, but now we can't just Tyreek off 1 year. Oh, I thought we kept the same energy over here. I thought that's what we did.
Now, Tone, let me ask you a question. When did you hear me say we are paying Jonnu Smith? I said I keep him on the roster for $4.5 million.
You gonna keep him on the roster? Oh, so you don't want to get nothing for Jonnu then?
I didn't say that's what. Yeah, when you heard me say I'm paying Jonnu.
Oh Lord. Oh,
you didn't hear
so
me
now
say
you gonna
that.
so you want me to say
$4.5 million?
So
and then he can go next year, and I'll get that comp pick for him, and I keep it pushing.
So let me get this straight. Just a few seconds ago, you were saying if the Dolphins organization was thinking like you, oh no, you thinking like you fight the whole front office, right? But then you gonna follow that up with let another player walk without getting compensation for him when the writing is on the wall. This is what I'm talking about. You want them to do the same foolish mistake. Lou, you sound like a dude that want to ignore the business side of the football.
You just said out the side of your mouth that you were replacing Tyreek Hill with Jonnu Smith.
I never said, first of all, this is recorded. I never said replace him. I said they're moving on for Tyreek right now, so there's room for more production. Never said replace. His replacement is Jalen Waddle. He wears number 17 for the Dolphins.
And again, okay, cool. So
you can replace them 1,700 yards with Waddle. Yes, you can.
And again, I'm with you. I'm with you right there, Tom.
And Jonnu can give me 891 yards.
But because
that's Tyreek replacement.
But you just said from a business perspective, Tom, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
hold on real quick. Because your argument is Tyreek Hill gets replaced with Jalen Waddle, right? Jalen Waddle could give you those number one production, right? Is that what you said? I just want to make sure we're on the same page, right?
Yes, for sure.
So is Jonnu Smith taking over the number two production that Waddle gets you?
No, Jonnu is taking over that 891 yard. Hold on. Don't ask me a question to try to answer for me, sir.
The man's only done it one time, Tony. You talking about
okay?
You're the one that said it's only been 1 year.
Which is why I said, right? Which is why I said if he's not willing to pay for that 4.5, you trade him and get something back. You want to roll the dice like they always do and let him walk for nothing. Do you not understand that's the same thing they've been doing while we've been failing, sir? I thought you wanted what's best for the franchise. But you want another dude walk out the building for nothing. You know who said that last year? Last year they said that for Calais Campbell, right? Guess what? Oh, no, we can win with him. He walked out the door for nothing. We already did it with Mike Gesicki. You get what I'm saying? You got comp for Robert Hunt. You got comp for Zach Sealer. I mean, not Zach Sealer, for Christian Wilkins, Brandon Jones. Like, the list goes on. And you want to do the same thing. No. My brother, we was up here saying, let Greer cook. Let him do what he wanted. He wanted to get some compensation for Calais Campbell. And if he's trying to get compensation for Jonnu Smith, yes, we're looking forward. We are being proactive, not reactive. And we're not going to do the same foolishness that we have been doing with letting players, first of all, play unhappy here and then walk for a potential comp pick. Nah, bro. You gotta listen, the iron is hot right now. Strike right now. I'm sorry. No, I'm not making this statement.
Man, what iron is hot if you getting a 5th or 6th round pick? That's no iron hot, Tony.
It's better. What are you talking about? So you'd rather have a 7th round, a 6th round comp pick. If you get this is if you get that. Because if he plays and his production drop, just like you said, if a production drop, now no one is paying him. He was a one-hit wonder, which I don't want him to be, or I don't want him to pay him. The other GMs are not foolish like how the Miami Dolphins are. So now you might get nothing from him. No one, what we paying you for? You had one good season in the NFL, my brother. I'm just saying, why run the risk of that?
All right, hey man, hey, I mean that's fine. All right, cool.
Good GM, listen, good GM.
So I can't get a comp 6, but I can get just a 6 outright. All right, cool. I mean, what are we arguing here?
You get a 5th round. You get a 5th round. He's a Pro Bowler right now. If you tell me you can't get a 5th rounder for a Pro Bowler, I don't know what to tell you.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, now, Jess, you know me. I like to call out hypocrisy, right? Now the year Tua Now, the year Tua led the league in passing and was a Pro Bowler, if I would have asked Tone, trade Tua, what can you get for him? He would have said a 7th round pick. But now all of a sudden,
hold on. First of all,
now all of a sudden, Jonnu could get a 4th round pick because he's a pro. Stop, Tony. What are you talking about, dog?
Listen. I see too, Lou. I've been. You know what? I know you're a little rusty, so you ain't used to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say it because last time y'all had a problem.
This is a bad look for you tonight. This is a bad look for you tonight.
You ain't used to me putting belt to ass like I am right now. But you gonna tell me, first of all, don't start putting words in my mouth so you can win an argument. Now you gonna talk about what I would have told you was Tone would have said a 7th round. Get out of here. I told him last year, hey, listen, man.
It sounded good when it came out, though.
My boy is a Pro Bowler. He led the league in passing. Give me a 3rd at least. I'll take it. Give me a 3rd rounder for him. But no, bro. What? Nah, stop, Lou. No. I'm sorry, man. I know. Listen, you're gonna brush up on your skills right now, but this is terrible right now. This is terrible. You want them to do the same thing that they be failing at. They've been failing doing it your way. You do know that, right?
No, they ain't doing it my way. What are you talking about?
They've been failing by letting people play out that last year and getting nothing back but comp picks.
Well, Tone, I'm glad you brought that up. If they would have been doing it my way, right? And again, usually
they pay Tua.
I don't like. So you just don't. You go automatically to the Tua, right? That's where you go, right? All right, cool. Because hey, like I said, I don't like doing this. I like to stay humble, but sometimes you gotta poke your chest out a little bit. Because I know a guy that was saying 2 years before we got to the 5th year option to trade Christian Wilkins. You know that guy?
That's a fact.
You ever heard of him?
I give you that. Go ahead. All right, now you talking. Okay, talk then.
Okay. I remember there was a guy in the community after Tyreek Hill's second 1,700-yard season. I was on public platforms and on phone calls. Hey, let's get trade Tyreek Hill. Why we? Yeah. You remember that guy, Tom?
That's a fact. Yeah, right.
Okay, cool. So this narrative that, they've been doing it your way and failing. No. We would be in a much better place if this dude that you're listening to right now would have been running this damn team. We would be in a much better place. All I'm saying is, bro, Jonnu Smith is not going to get you nothing. And I'm just saying it's Tanner Connor and Julian Hill behind him. That's what's on the roster. If you mean to tell me that I'm going to get a 6th round pick, let's say this year, right? Or for next year, or I can just keep Jonnu Smith for 1 year, $4.5 million, I'm going to take my chances with just having him on the roster. Now, if Jonnu was making $10, $11 million this season, then no, get up off him because you don't have a chance of re-signing him or nothing. Bro, it's a cheap deal. I'm not trying to get rid of everybody. At $4.5 million, I don't see the purpose of just, trading them just because to trade them. And, what are we doing? Nah, bro, I'm sorry.
It's not trading them just to trade them. It's trade them because you don't want him to walk with no compensation. What are we talking about here?
You're going to get compensation. It might not be the compensation you want.
And it might not be any compensation at all. You leaving that part out. It might not be nothing at all. Because if he don't have a production, no one is paying a guy that's a one-hit wonder. Let's not forget about that.
They will always pay. We did. We paid them. We paid them $8 million.
So now you saying everyone else is the Dolphins. All right, cool. That's what we're saying. It's not that.
New England paid them the year before.
Oh, cool. And you see what they moved on from.
Atlanta paid them the year before that.
And all of them moved off of them. And they ain't got nothing back. Right?
So just like we will after this season.
And get nothing back. Learn from other people's mistakes. Not make the same mistake. That's what smart people do. But let me ask you a question, because you said, right? And I hate to do this to you, but it is what it is. You'll learn from this. You said if we get rid of Jonnu Smith, you got Tanner Connor, and I don't even know who else behind him, right? The tight ends. Julian Hill, right? Let me ask you a question. Who was the starting tight ends in 2023? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Durham Smythe and let me see.
Tanner Connor.
No, it wasn't no Tanner Connor.
Tanner Connor was injured actually that year. Jonnu.
It was Durham Smythe
and Julian Hill.
And Durham Smythe and Julian Hill, I believe. Absolutely.
Oh, the game breakers, huh? Those are game breakers right there.
As much. First of all, hold on.
Julian Hill.
Hold on. No, hold on. As much as I love to hate
Oh,
on Durham Smythe,
you better not try it, Louis.
Are you gonna tell me that Durham Smythe is not better than Tanner Connor and Julian Hill?
Hey, can you give me his numbers?
You know what? Never mind. Hey, Jess, give me another topic.
No, don't run for that topic.
I've been killing Tony for too long.
I want to know give me his numbers. Matter of fact, let me look him up. I want to see Durham Smythe. Jonnu Smith, 2023, 35 catches, 366 yards, and no touchdown.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Such a game breaker. He was a dynamic player. Go ahead.
Hold on, real quick.
Out of here, man.
So that was Jonnu Smith's numbers in 2023, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So you were real quick. Now, Jess, you seen how quick you heard them three little that computer powered up. He got the numbers real quick. Now go get me in 2023 Connor's numbers and Julian Hill's numbers. And I'll wait on
Tanner Connor was injured. Tanner Connor was injured.
All right, so he don't have none. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We can look at it though. We can go look him up.
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, put Julian Hill and Tanner Connor's numbers together, and they ain't better than Durham Smythe.
So you telling me? So you
arguing for three?
Hold on. You're arguing, right? For 23 catches and 300 yards. This is what you're arguing for? You're gonna tell. Listen, yes, if you get Julian Hill, amount of targets, he's gonna give you 300 yards. Stop.
Tone, can you give me the numbers that were behind 23 and 300?
Let me go back. I'm gonna get it to you.
Yeah, all right, cool. That's all I need, because you make
6 and 48.
That was between both guys?
No, that was him in one game. Remember, so I'm looking at the stats. He only played one game. No, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games.
And he had 6 catches in 5 games?
48. Yeah, right, listen, give him an opportunity. I know if you give him enough opportunity like doing Smite. No, I'm sorry. No, my bad, Lou. That was his 2024 season. Hold on, let me see if I can find 2023. Let me go find the 23. I'm looking at 24 season. 2023. Oh no, it was 9-8. No, it was 9-48 in 2023. There was 9-48. Yeah. So that was his 2023 season. Last season he had 19 and 100. He had 19 and 100. Yeah, and who else was on there? Matter of fact, we need to look up that too. Who was everyone on that team? I know we ain't going there with no Durham Smythe and Julian Hill.
They kind of got really on a tangent here. I mean,
you know how it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. But no, Louis, yeah. Let me finish it off. Hold on, let me finish it off. For all I'm saying is, first of all, let's get this right. All I'm saying is, don't let them walk for nothing like we've been doing the rest of the team. We've been doing this forever. No, bro, I'm not giving. You're gonna pay him, and he's not gonna be as productive because you said it, not me. Well, I did say it as well. At best, he's gonna be the 4th option, right? And then unhappy. And you think that's gonna work out good for us? Nah, bro.
Tone, listen. A lot of the things you're saying.
He played a full season too, Blue. So yeah, that 9-48
absolutely.
was 15
listen,
games.
A lot of things I'm with you though. I'm not saying not trade him. If someone gives you a 4th round pick for him, trade him. If someone gives you a 5th rounder, cool. If you want to pull the trigger, trade. I don't care if you want to get a 7th rounder for him, cool. I'm not saying not to trade him, right? All I'm saying is, if the Dolphins feel underwhelmed from whatever team they're talking to about a trade for Jonnu Smith, if that's how you're feeling, right? If I was looking at it from that standpoint, I would just say, disgruntled or not, you are on this team, right, currently for $4.5 million. I'm not breaking the bank for you, and you still have some value. You're a productive player for the money that you are making. And from that standpoint, I'm just, again, I wouldn't be giving that away if it was a 6th or 7th round pick, right? If it was a 4th, cool, I'm gone. 5th round, cool, I'm gone. And if the Dolphins, again, if it's a 6 or 7, whatever they're willing to give, I have no
I said a
problem. I'm
fifth.
not trying to. I'm saying for the Dolphin perspective, I don't care what it is. If they feel comfortable trading them, trade them. I'm not trying to make an argument about I want to keep them. What I'm saying is, though, if it's underwhelming, last thing I'll say, if they're not impressed with any offer, I'm not just throwing him away because he's not breaking the bank, bro. And he still holds value to the team. He brings some kind of value, production, right? For $4.5 million, if I'm not blown away from the trade, I'm not trading that away. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not giving him up for a 7th rounder. I'm not giving him up for a 6th rounder unless it comes with something else. So maybe a tight end in return. But no, because if I'm not mistaken, the tight end over there, who's the backup tight end for the Raiders? You remember they had the dude that was pretty good, right?
Michael Mayer.
Mayer, that's his name. That's his name. Well, him. Hey, yeah. Trade them. If you could give me him in the 6th and we give you Jonnu, I'm taking that. That's all I'm saying.
You could take the Raiders off the table though, because why would they trade if they're trying to get rid of Mayer? Why would you try to bring in Jonnu, especially give him a deal when you got Brock Bowers?
Two tight end set like the Patriots ran that.
And
another
again,
weapon.
Jonnu's looking for a new deal. And he's looking for targets.
They have targets? They don't have no receiving core. What they receiving core they like over there?
Man. So you just throwing the tight ends?
The Patriots won Super Bowls doing it that way.
Man, you know what?
Listen, I'm trying to get what's best for the Dolphins. I don't care what they do with them over there. If they willing to give me Mayer and a 6th rounder, bro, you figure it out. I'm sorry.
I cannot believe you just said the Patriots won Super Bowls with Tom Brady over there.
That's how you go to a negotiating table.
So you got Geno Smith. You winning Super Bowls over there with Geno Smith for 2 tight ends?
Listen, that's what I'm gonna sell them. What you talking about? No, if they willing to give them up, yeah, cool, whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. I don't think that's happening.
They shouldn't, but I would be I will be willing to. I'm just saying I'm willing to listen to offers, and I'm not just stuck on a 4th or 5th round pick, because if I could get a tight end in return, you understand, and get a pick in return as well, I'm doing it either. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. But man, I know. Go ahead, Jasmine. I know you want to get to the last one. Go ahead, do your thing, man.
I was just gonna say that from what we've seen on Twitter, at least, is Jonnu Smith's agent has said that he does really want to stay here. Also, he threw the first pitch at the Marlins game tonight. So it seems like he's making his Miami,
Miami Marlins
first pitch.
Oh, he threw the first pitch for the Miami Marlins
game tonight. Yeah, he threw
so he out there throwing pitches for
so he's making his mark in Miami that he wants to stay. Right?
The Miami Marlins? that don't move the needle for.
Listen, I'm just saying, he's making his presence known, dang it.
He's the only person I ever knew threw the first pitch out for the Marlins. I'll just tell you. Nobody
really? Pay attention, Tony.
The best thing about the Marlins is that new stadium, and it got AC. Game Boy say Jess with the breaking news.
Well, no, but I think Jess makes a very good point, because I do believe Jonnu wants to stay in Miami.
No, he do. Yeah.
I'm not paying him $10 million. I feel like 4.5 to 10 is too big of a jump. Meet in the middle somewhere, like 6.5, 7. You can stay, and you're not bothering me. But I'm not paying you $10 million after you have one good season. It's just not happening. I'm sorry.
That is a fact. See, hey, I ain't got nothing else to say. Just say it again for try to say it in my voice, but say just what you said, because I agree with Jess. Goddammit, that's what we're talking about, Tone.
Say it again, Jess. I ain't hear you. I was reading.
I said, if we're gonna pay him 6.5 to 7 million, keep him. He can stay. He's not bothering me, but I'm not paying him 10 million after having.
Yeah. But we know he's not. That's what I'm saying. If he's not willing to play ball like that, then. First of all,
if he wants to be here,
I'm more on the line that I ain't giving him a dime until next year. But if they want to give him 6 or 7, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But they had to get rid of Ramsey and Tyreek though.
No. Did you hear what she just said, Tom? You heard Jess? Did you hear?
What she said? No.
She said, say it again one more time, Jeff.
Wait, I don't even know what I said. So
He want to use one of these. He want to use one of the media's Jets. I already know this. I know this man, but he want to use the media right here. He getting trigger happy. That's what he doing. So that's why. Don't worry about it. I know him like the back of my hand.
well. You know what? Since Tony done spoiled the surprise, let me just do it anyway. Because Jess was out here cooking. And I'm just saying, listening to the homie Jess, you know what I was thinking?
God damn it, I like the way you do business.
That's what I'm talking about, Jess. Kill Tony, Jess.
Billy Baston said, I'll pay him $10. He wants
Mike
8. I'll
Bass
give
did
him
ask
7.
in the chat if we would be willing to pay him $3 million or 3 years. I don't know what he said, 18 million or something like that. I don't know.
I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. No.
I'm
6.5 or you go away.
I'm just saying, I'm not for paying a dude after one season. I'm just not like, I don't get. Listen, man, I brought it up. It seemed like everyone had their best season under Mike McDaniel. Why not say someone else could do it? I'm not just throwing money out. We did that last season, my boy. I get it, but you got to work with us. I'm just saying, and that's just me. Hey, if they want to pay him, I'm for sure not mad at him though. I'm for sure not mad at him because he's productive. But if you go from what I say, yeah, give me another season, then we could talk. But well, go ahead, Jess. I know you said we went on a tangent, so.
Yeah, you did go on a tangent, and so I don't want to take too much time on this one. But since we're talking about people getting paid and not paid, Jonah, he's playing, right?
Well,
he's participating, but he hasn't gotten paid.
Right, but you know what? And that's the thing with Jonah. Right, he's participating. He's not playing, so he's not playing. How about so? Is the rookie setting a different standard, Lou? You were saying changing the culture around here. What do you think about Jonah participating? And hold on, and I want to point this out before you answer, right? Because I'm gonna help you out right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard there was 30 second round players that haven't been signed yet. 30 of them. So. Now
across the league, 30 of them. There's
only 32 teams, so that means 2 got. So I think it was the rookie out of Iowa State, the one I wanted on this team, Jaden Higgins, right? He got that guarantee. Who gave it to him? Was it Tampa Bay, the Jaguars? Who drafted him? Who drafted Jaden Higgins?
I believe he went to the Houston Texans. I believe.
Texas,
no, I think he went to the Texans.
He went to the Texans. Yes. So I'm saying, but he's still here every day, working out. I mean, what do you think about that?
I don't think nothing. Because the fact of the matter is, again, maybe not so. He's just, bro. He's under contract. Like what are we talking about?
No, he's not under contract. That's the thing. What we tell you. He's not under contract. He didn't sign.
Jonnu is signed for this year at $4.5 million.
No, Jonah. She said Jonah Savanaya. The rookie.
Oh, you talking about the rookie?
Yeah.
Hey man, it is what it is. I don't. Well, again, he's showing up because I guess he wants to hang out with Tua. I guess I don't know.
Oh no.
Listen, man. At the end of the day, I
got something I want to point out.
I could care less because you know who is here and who is signed? Liam Eichenberg, baby.
No, hold on. This cannot be true. 43 of y'all in here and only 17 likes. I know that's not true. I know these lines. Well, on my side it says 27 likes. So, come on now, y'all can get. Come on, man. 43 of y'all in here. Go ahead, and hit that like button, man. We in here. I'm in here killing Lou right now, man. These debates is crazy.
All I know, when you got to tell somebody you killing somebody, that ain't a real murder. That's all.
That is true. Well, you got that from me. Ooh. Well, you winning the poll anyway. So,
of course I'm winning the poll. What do you think? You've been listening to yourself.
But you see what? You know what, Lou? And I'm glad you said that because and you should not be a prisoner to this doggone moment. This is what the fan base has always done. Never want to get rid of the players. Never think ahead outside of the box. And I thought you was one of the ones that understood that that's not how you're supposed to do it. But hey, this is a fan base that we got, and this is why we got the team that we got. But you know
Tony,
what?
Can I say something real quick?
Y'all will learn one day. I just want to mention that I was one of the only ones that stood 10 toes on letting Crypto say Polish rig. Letting Tua play on that 5th-year option while everyone and their mama was arguing against me.
Oh.
No, you pay him. He led the league and said, I don't mind standing 10 toes on my own bill. It's better to be right and everyone else to be wrong than you be with everyone else. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be the only one right than be right with everyone else. That's all I'm saying. But listen, Jess, you made up a point about Jonnu Smith, right?
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I just want to say something about what you just said, how Lou was winning the poll and like it's the fan base and that. I just want to say he's probably really only winning the poll because he's tolerated. Like he's tolerated.
Wait.
Now, hey, Jess, I've been picking you up.
God damn it! I like the way you do business.
You see, hey, Jess, I've been talking you up all night, right? I've been saying, Jess, talk to him, right? I just said, Jess, kill Tony, right? And you gonna throw you? Hey, Jess, that's what we doing.
That was a revolver.
So this is what we doing. So, see, before y'all met me, y'all didn't know what a revolver was.
That revolver don't miss. Well, we appreciate you for showing us what a revolver you.
Y'all didn't know what a revolver was.
The students, eventually the student get better than the teacher.
That's a fact.
All right, Jess, I see how we playing, Jess. All right, that's cool.
Jess with our first body on the first show is wild.
Well, first of all, let me get back in here real quick. It's not the first body. Because for the first 30, 35 minutes, she be killing you. So I'll be willing to be the second body, but she's killing you first.
She was killing in the process, if you want to go with that narrative. But that was a one-hitter quitter. That was a headshot. Bang! Just like you said. It don't miss. Hey, shout out to Jess, man. I knew this wasn't gonna be a great. Hey, no, you see what I'm saying? We both made a
a
joint decision to bring her on. I knew it was. I didn't know it was gonna be.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't have agreed to bring her on if I knew she was taking shots at me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought me and Jess was home team, man. But hey, man, it's cool, man. I get it.
And then what Game Boy said her first body with Alex. Yo, but listen, hold on. Before I lose my train of thought, she caught a body quick. Just brought up a great point about Jonnu Smith, right? You know what we're not talking about though? Lou, guess who's not showing up in OTAs? And we know this is not his character.
Who?
Zach Sealer.
No
one is talking about that. Are we making a big deal of that? Or what we doing here? You know, Zach Sealer is first one in, last man out. He does keep it straightforward, walk a straight line, no problems. He's been a hard worker all day. What are you looking? Now, let me give you my perspective before. Oh, no, go ahead, Anderson. I'm going to see if you thinking like how I'm thinking.
Well, again, you want to talk about a guy that's underpaid for his performance. And Tone, what do we just bring up, or you brought up about not only Tua, but your argument with Jonnu Smith? It's 1 year.
Not Sealer.
Zach Seiler's not that case. It's 2 straight years. He's from the interior position. He leads all interior defensive tackles in sacks, right? And you want to talk about an Iron Man. Now, I know he got the eye injury this season or whatever. I think he missed a game, maybe 2. But for the most part,
2.5, I think, or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so for the most part, his time in Miami, he's been solid, shows up, lunch pail guy, to your point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Zach Sealer will show up even if the deal doesn't come, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you brought up earlier, like if you traded Jalen Ramsey and you got some money back, or let's say you traded Tyreek and you got some money back, I think to your point when you said, well, that money could go to Jonnu. If it was me, that money would be going to a guy like Zach Seiler.
No. That money this year. That's why I'm glad you said that. Good. That was a great point. That's what I wanted to see if you were still thinking like me. Cause
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Listen, for me, Zach Seiler is a guy that shows up. He's one of the the heartbeats, I would say, of this team. We always talk about guys that we would want to be a leader or should have a leadership role. I think, in my opinion, that is a guy like Zach Seiler. Now, I do think if a deal doesn't come, I still think he will show up to work. But no, to
100%.
answer this question of why he's not at OTAs, listen, it's voluntary, right? So it's not mandatory for him to be there. That's number one. And number two, I just think he is he's using Jess's revolver, right? He's letting the Dolphins know, hey, I'm not showing up. I'm underpaid. Bang, bang. What y'all going to do about it, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a very good point, not only by you, Tone, but Jess as well, man. So
yeah. So to all y'all that voted to pay Jonnu Smith, then one of y'all spoke about that maybe they should focus on paying Zach Seiler before you pay a dude that only gave you 1 year of production. Nobody was saying that, but you see, this how you know what we call that, Jess, where I'm from? You walk them down. When you just walk them down. So when you stand over the body, it's too late. And I walked all y'all down with this foolishness. Y'all ain't not one person missing Zach Seiler on here. Not one person. No, you gotta the people that are that show you productive, that's who you pay. And consistent. So I'm just saying, before we talk, we are in cap hell right now. So now what I do think now, Lou, I think they waiting on to get that money from whatever they could salvage from Ramsey, and then they're gonna be like, hey, Zach, come holler at us. We got you. You've been doing everything right. Zach, when Christian Wilkins was hollering about this 23, 24, you said give me 10 and let's go. Yeah, we gotta reward that type of loyalty. I'm sorry. If you're a franchise guy, if you're a franchise, you reward those type of people. He had to give you a problem. The man came in, did his job, and not only did he his job, he did his job exceptionally well. You reward. Those are the type of guys I'm like, pay him. He gave me two. Not only did he give me two, he gave me two of the top level production. Run that check, bro.
Who
before you get Zach Seiler, then you fire the whole goddamn front office.
Who were you talking about walking down, Tone?
You know who I was walking down. Walked you.
Him, bodies.
Yeah, that chat. I'm sorry, chat. I had to walk y'all down, man. Sorry. That's what you voting to get.
Tone killing y'all, man. That's crazy.
he done left the chat alone. Quick. He said he killing y'all.
Hey man, when I start seeing bodies on the floor, Tone, I start getting away. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go.
Are you not the white person in the scary movie? You're not going to see what's going on.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Tone. When I start seeing bodies hit the floor, Tone, this what I be like right here. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
And I'll be up out of there. I'll be getting up out of there, dog. I'll be like, nah, I gotta go.
Oh man. And he said I was racist. So no way I ain't seen no scary movies. Tom, is that you? All right, cool. Here you go. You gonna look for Tom? Okay, Tom can't talk. Yeah, get him up out of here. But yes, that was a great point. That was a great point, Jess, about Jonah, because then that what made me. You see how? Hey, you see that alley hoop she threw, Lou? Mike Breen, boy, bang!
Hey man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh y'all. Listen. Shout out to Judge. Listen, see, this is what I'm talking about. You got me here sweating, killing Lou. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had one of these shows in a minute. Sit back and dissect all his arguments and just say, okay, we going at it. You know what I'm saying? He did good, man. You know what I'm saying? Tony sent a warning shot the other day, reading you don't want to be the next body. Oh, that is a fact. That is the fact, Brad Boss. But we ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? You know how that goes. But yeah, I think he understands. He got the message. But all right, Jess, I think we good, man. What you got? Huh?
You getting tired? So you said you're getting tired. You sweating and everything. You tired? You done?
I'm not. Not necessarily. It's just like a workout for me. So I'm saying I usually feel a lot better after my workout. So hey, you feel me? It's like I'm stepping in a gym right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my shots up right now. But yeah, He said Tony need more cardio. That's a fact, Mike Best. You're not even lying about that. That is a fact.
Chef Jew says, I love Lady Dolph and Jess. So those are the
Appreciate you,
comments. Y'all keep those comments coming. I know we're getting close to ending the show. I'll just come out and say it. Jess, welcome to the family again. Today was your
Yes.
first
Thank
official
you.
episode, even though you showed up last Friday. I think, again, the chemistry has been spot on, right? Like,
Right.
I know me and Tone, I know Alex and stuff. And again, shout out to the producer in the back as well.
That's a
But
fact.
it's been a seamless transition having you up here, Jess. You did your thing. The only thing I say, and again, we'll address that backstage, we got to work on the shots at me. Now, to the chat and to Tone, I ain't got no issue, Jess, keep doing your thing. But hey, nah, in all seriousness, the transition, the flow of the show, it hasn't been interrupted or nothing like that. You've made some very good points as well. And again, from me, Tony, the Blitz pick up the chat, everybody, you see everybody's loving you up here. We
That's a
salute
fact.
you, and you've done an amazing job on episode 1 of the Jess to the family of the Blitz pickup. So
That is a fact, man. This is such a smooth, seamless transition. Was really great. So, and when Alex come up, then we got 4. We gonna have the 4. I ain't gonna say the 4 horsemen, but the fatal 4. But yeah, man, we do it, man.
I love all of you in the chat, but stay out my DMs.
Hey, yo!
Whoa.
Yo!
All right. So,
Hey, Luke.
So this is the
Hey,
Blitz
look.
pickup. We'll see y'all Wednesday. We will see y'all Wednesday on the Blitz pickup.
Hey,
I'm
Lou, you told him to stop shooting at you. She shot right at the chat.
Hey, you see, I know. Listen, I know when Jess and Tony are about to start getting messy. So listen,
I had to pick on the chat a little bit.
They said I need name. Yeah, they said yeah. All right, Jess, you want to get us up out of here, man?
Let's get out of here. We will see y'all Wednesday, 7:30-ish, because
7:30 is like always. And Lou, what the
who no, real quick, who won the poll of the reason we were late today? Who won that?
Oh,
Jess.
man.
Overwhelmingly.
Jess took that one?
Yes, he took
my
that.
fault.
I think it was 67 to 33%, I think.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Hey, chat, hold Jess accountable. Like I said. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. Look, like Jess said, it'll be Wednesday, 7:30-ish. You know what it is, man. I love y'all. Peace, love with the revolver. Bang, 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 bang.
And we out.